everybody, this is Micaityl, as may call me, and welcome to the final episode of Higurashi When They Cry Watanagashi. And I'm serious this time. This is the final episode, so let's just begin. Only for 5 minutes, understand? Please try not to excite him. Yes, I'll be careful. Click, click. The door opened, and as I expected, Uishi-san came in. Hello, my Bara-san. It's been a while, hasn't it? Tell me, how have you been since then? The doctor says my post-operative recovery seems to be going smoothly, but I think I got worse when I saw your face. You wound me. As Uishi-san gave a laugh that smelled of sweat, he handed Mom a bag of assorted candies he must have purchased from the souvenir corner on the first floor of the hospital. Excuse me, Miss Mabara. Would it be possible for me to talk to Cage-kun for just a few moments? Mom clearly wasn't pleased at the thought of a police officer talking to her son without her there. However, I insisted. Mom, sorry, just a little while. Just 5 minutes, okay? Though, grudgingly, Mom left the room. When she closed the door, Uishi-san grinned widely and looked around the room. A room to yourself. How high class. My old lady always gets a shared room, you know. And it's quite lively, however. It seems like you're a higher rank if you have a worse disease in places like that. The sicker you are, the prouder you are. Or maybe more arrogant. Uishi-san, we only have 5 minutes. Like if these were the last 5 minutes we ever saw each other. Damn. I don't have any connection to Himizawa anymore, and this isn't in Himizawa anymore either. Yes, because there aren't any general hospitals in Okamiya. Mind if I take a seat? Down we go. This was a large university hospital in Tsushima City. It was splendidly urban, entirely different from the likes of Himizawa and Okamiya. It was hard to believe Himizawa was a part of the same city. When does it look like you'll get transferred? I don't know. I'm ready to go whenever, though. Our moving plans were delayed a little because of my serious injury. My parents had already left the house in Himizawa, though, and we were living in our new house. They planned to have me transfer hospitals to be closer to the new house once I recovered enough to be taken there. Please don't come to where I'm transferring. I really will get worse then. Man, you really do hate me. It may just be my job, but that stings. That's why I brought you all kinds of lovely souvenirs and atonement. You didn't need to bring an assortment of cookies for that. Well, you see, there aren't actually cookies in there. Look. Ubishi pulls open the can of cookies and... I'm stretching my scar. I didn't know what you were into, my Mara-san, so I brought all sorts of things. See? All sorts of cute-looking ones, from westerns to comic strips. Lately, they have this sort of H manga aimed at girls, too. Don't bring porn in here! Take them away! Go home! Ow. I thought for sure a healthy young person like you would be feeling a little needy, being cooped out in a place like this for so long. If you stay here too long, the only fetish you end up with is a nurse one, you know? There are plenty of other beautiful things in this world besides nurses, after all. Don't decide what to do major in... Don't decide what to major in now. Keep your options open. You need to be more of an all-around type of person. Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay. After 20 hours of gameplay, I finally get gold like that. Worth it. I gave Uishi-san's vulgar laughter a pain grin. Somehow or other, I understood. The fact that Uishi-san was bringing it up like this meant that he must have had something important to talk about. The incident with Shion-san was really unfortunate. The night I was stabbed by Mion, Shion fell from her balcony and died. They said the police were investigating all possibilities, accident, suicide, and homicide, but it could only have been Mion's doing. Mion found out where Shion was hiding and pushed her down to her death. Nothing else was conceivable. It could have been an accident. It was Mion. It had to be. The criminology guys are saying it had to be a suicide, but I'm on the same opinion as you, my Bar-san. She pushed Shion-san and also stabbed you. In one night. Has Mion still not been found? Oh, that's right. That's what I came here to tell you today. Yes, we actually did find her. What? Oh. Learning that felt rather strange to me. I was partly relieved that the incident was truly over, and I was partly sorry that my best friend had finally been caught. I felt many other things too. My heart was a maze of emotions. That's not all. In the Sodazaki house catacombs, we found a hidden well. Just as you say, my Barasan, we found the remains of all those who disappeared at the bottom. Let's see. That sliver of hope, the possibility I had believed in, that Rika-chan and Satoko were alive, just from the fact their remains hadn't been found, gone. It was incredibly well hidden in those catacombs. I mean, it was in a blind spot of another blind spot. It was a vertical tunnel dug out like a well. There was a ladder set up there, and when we went all the way down, there was another tunnel built there going through it. When we followed it a few hundred meters, we found ourselves at the mouth of an old, unused well in the mountains. I wonder if it was a secret escape route a previous Onisaki family leader built. Probably was. Maybe it was made in the Meiji era. Still, or possibly built something like that. Oh wait, was that? I mixed it up. I'm sorry. So everyone's remains were at the bottom. Yes. Even deeper down than the escape path, there was a pool of coal tar. They had casually been thrown in there. They had fallen from a very high spot, so their remains were totally buried in it. It took a lot of time and effort to pull their bodies up. Did you find them all? I hoped that at least they wouldn't find Rika-chan or Satoko. That's what I wished for when I asked, but my shallow hope was crushed in the blink of an eye. Yes, all of them. In fact, we also found human bones that we think are a decade old. We think there are at least 3 people. I suppose it's the dark side of Himizawa's history. I wonder how many people's bones we'll find when we sucked out all the mud. It's a scary thought. That weight had been pushing down on Mion's shoulders the whole time. Mion. We currently identified people who disappeared from Sishibone City decades ago. People were talking about how this opportunity might let us resolve the disappearance person cases that have been abandoned. After a deep silence, he breathed a heavy sigh. We just had one for a cigarette to pass the time, but realized this was a non-smoking era, so we gave up and put them back in the shirt pocket. Alright, this is a bit of a detour. But, you know Rika Furude-san, right? Of course. She's my friend. Did she ever tell you anything along the lines of her regularly taking insulin injections for diabetes? Rika-chan has diabetes? I didn't know what he was talking about. Actually, we found it in her skirt pocket. A syringe. It was destroyed though, so we couldn't identify the medicine. It was a bit out of place, so I got interested. Really don't know anything? I don't know anything about Rika-chan carrying syringes around with her. So does like a family corporates, or Yakuza people. Anyway, there was rumors that they deal in psychostimulants. I was thinking it might have been something to do with it too. Are you trying to tell me that Rika-chan is a drug addict? No, not at all. That's not what I'm saying. It seems strange, however, when you look at it, that she would bring a syringe with her on her way to get soy sauce. I have no idea what any of this means. My eyes are spinning. I feel sick. Are you alright? Should I call a nurse? I'm fine. Please continue. Well, that's all I had to say about the syringe. It was the only thing that personally struck me as interesting. Rika-chan. Rika-chan was sort of like a village mascot after all. It looks like the village is in uproar right now, between the older blind believers and the Sodazaki family who killed her. The 3 families' effective control over the village is basically in shambles too. If someone came out to them with talk of the dam again, with this sort of timing, the entire village would be abandoned for sure this time. I'm not related to Himizawa anymore. I actually was. I just said it because the thought of Himizawa being abandoned was unpleasant, and I wanted to end the conversation quickly. There was a knock at the door. It opened slightly, and my mom asked me if we were still talking. Whoops! We went off topic, didn't we? What a pickle. I looked at the clock. 5 minutes were long past. He told my mother that there was something he really wanted to ask, and if she could wait a little bit longer. Is that so? Keep it short, okay? There wasn't any getting around the fact that she was talking. There wasn't any getting around the fact that she was talking about what a police officer could be talking to her son about. Maybe we should choose another day for this. Uichi-san. Mion. How's she right now? I just wanted to hear that answer and then get rid of him. Before I tell you that, I just need one thing from you. I just need you to answer something in all honesty. What is it? I want you to take this answer seriously. Got it? If you say something indiscreet, it could be viewed as obstruction of the investigation, and you could be prosecuted. Uchi-san kept threatening me until the end. What the hell did he want? Magara-san, who do you think the criminal was who pushed Shion from the balcony? There's no way it could be anyone but Mion, is there? Then who was the one who stabbed you? Please don't make me say it again. It was Mion Sonzaki. Uchi-san smiled bitterly, then dabbed at his forehead with a handkerchief to wipe his sweat. He should have expected that answer, and yet it looked as though he wasn't satisfied with it. She pushed Shion and stabbed me. Didn't you just admit yourself that Mion was the criminal? The evidence have that Mion killed Shion is based on the testimony from the man living next door. This neighbor is actually a member of an organized crime group. In other words, he was Shion-chan's bodyguard. It seems like he was a veteran leader in that vine, and it was like a parent to the Sonozaki sisters growing up. That man said this. The noise he heard from next door was just like a sound of a fight between the sisters that he was used to hearing when they still lived together. And no, there was no doubt about it. He said he heard Mion and Shion insulting each other and heard them struggling. At first, he thought it was a hallucination she was having, brought on by her dementia. You see, he thought that it was because of that sort of ruckus had been occurring every night. However, that night had been longer than rest, and he claimed he went to her room to give her a sedative. The noise died out when he got a manager to give him a key. He already said that he at least check up on her, and after she wasn't answering his calls, they took the plunge and unlocked the door. And then they saw the room was a mess. Since Shion had been pushed over the balcony, they decided it had to have been Mion. And that's how it happened. In other words, he only heard from the other side of the wall. Plus, the apartment complex is connected to their organization. It doesn't have many residents. So they were the only ones who heard it happening. To reiterate, there was only one person who witnessed Mion Sonzaki. Even if he didn't see her, that isn't it obviously Mion's doing? Settle down. This is what I'm saying. It means you are the only one who saw Mion Sonzaki for sure last night. After all, Shion-san, the other witness, is no longer alive. What are you trying to say? I don't really understand. At the point, Uchi-san paused. The fact that this was a no-smoking era completely slipped from his mind, and he took out his pack of cigarettes again. Clack, he lit one with his lighter, and exhaled a long stream of tobacco smoke. Were you really stabbed by Mion Sonzaki? Yes. There's no doubt about it. The smoke Uchi-san breathed out floated away, like a thunder cloud swept away by the wind. Uchi-san, you can't smoke in here. The nurses will get mad. Actually, we found Mion Sonzaki at the bottom of the well, too. What? She fell to her death. We read that as she was trying to escape the hidden pastures in the well, her foot slipped while climbing down the ladder. She fell to the bottom, broke her neck, and died. Yes. The same way as Shion-san. She broke her neck. Well? What? After you passed out that day, Mion Sonzaki tried to escape using the hidden well, but her foot slipped, and she died. As if beckoned by the corpses of the other sacrifices, she dropped down there. But that doesn't make any sense, does it? The autopsy came to the conclusion that she definitely died on that day. She didn't go back there after attacking you and Shion-san. She was already dead by then. My jaw was on the floor. There was absolutely no way that could be. Neon was the one who stabbed me. It had to have been her. There would have been anyone else to do it. Then, who attacked Shion and me? Who was it? The one who attacked you was someone who was Mion Tsunezaki, and yet not Mion Tsunezaki. My mind had become a complete mess, and I was starting to lose my ability to think straight. Do you remember how Mion Takano-san died? Takano-san? Yeah. I think she was burned to death in some distant mountains. I realized she was burned after being strangled to death. The Gifu station did the autopsy. It's a little bit strange. The results of the preliminary autopsy said that she'd been dead for at least 24 hours. Since that was contradictory, in their panic, they seemed to revise it and said she died earlier that day. Despite me being an absolute wreck what was going on with Mion, he was telling me there was more on top of that? I didn't understand the complexities of what Uishi-san was telling me. The results saying that she had been dead for 24 hours, as her own criminologist says. It's pretty damn reliable. So then, what would that mean? I've asked that question over and over. But on the night of Watanagashi, you were with me on Takano-san, aren't you? I was. You also met her the day before, while setting up for the festival, right? I mean, I ran into her too. Yes, I was with her then. If she'd been dead for 24 hours, then that would mean she was already dead the day before the festival. That can't be. She was alive during the festival preparations. However, when you slipped into the ritual storehouse, Takano-san was already dead. The origin of all that happened, the beginning of everything, our intrusion into the ritual storehouse, which I come to regret countless times. The one who tempted me, Takano-san. When she invited us to the storehouse, she was already no longer in this world. There are too many dead people walking around in this incident. An incident caused by a dead person. Headed by a dead person? Also, apparently they're under pressure to revise the time of Mion Tsunezaki's death not to the day of the incident, but to right after she stabbed you. Probably pressure from the outside to get this incident wrapped up already. So I appreciate it if you didn't say a word about this to anyone. Uchi-san grabbed his jacket that was hanging on the chair, put out a cigarette with the bottom of his foot, and started pretending to wave away the smoke floating around. I stayed too long. I come here thinking I could at least end this incident as it applied to you, but it looks like it got even more baffling instead. Absent-mindedly, he walked towards the door, looking at me, unable to speak, out the corner of his eye. If it so happens that something comes up you want to talk about in the future, call me anytime. My business card is one of those souvenirs from before. When that time comes, I'll pay you a visit with some wonderful souvenirs again. Oji-san seemed to think I was still hiding something. That I, after all this, will be hiding something. I'm the one things are being hidden from. I'm the one who wants to know. And ask me again one day. Take care of yourself. Slam. I listened to the tap 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 of Uji-san walking down the hallway. I still couldn't return from my state of bewilderment. He wanted to end this incident as it applied to me? What was over? Nothing was over. The incident was still continuing. Ooh. Whoa, why why am I bleeding? Then slip, an arm covered in fresh blood, came out from underneath the bed. I was not surprised. This was an illusion I was seeing, seized with fear. Kei-chan, I told you, remember? I heard a guttural voice from under the bed. I so recognized it as Mion's voice. What, Mion? What did you tell me? I warned you on that day. After today, if you see me, it will be the demon that's possessed my body. You did. You said that, didn't you? Sorry. Guess I wasn't careful enough. That's why I got stabbed. Possibly wounds sustained from when she fell down the ladder. Many of her fingernails were broken and torn. Her arms slowly fell about on the top of the bed, searching for mine. Oh, hey, Mion. I just, thought of a good joke. Want to hear it? The Mion under the bed didn't understand. Didn't answer. Let's say I died here today, but tomorrow I'd still be here living a normal life. So, when Oishi-san learned about it afterwards, the time of death wouldn't make sense once again. He'll make a huge deal about how someone who should have died was alive, and he'll totally lose his mind. Tako-san the Mion, the me third. So, funny, right? Makes you laugh, doesn't it? Kei-chan. Laugh. Why is it that funny? Mion's bloodstained hand groped around and found my wrist. Though her fingernails were torn, she gripped it hard, as if scratching me. Ow, ow, ow. Go easy. Ow, it hurts. Kei-chan, I've come for you. I tried to shake my wrist loose, but the strength she held it was unbelievable, and I couldn't. She was only gripping with one wrist, and yet my whole body wouldn't move. I couldn't even twitch. My fingernails were spread apart, and I couldn't make a fist either. And that fact I couldn't make a fist reminded me of this restraining table. I felt a cork nail pressed against my left pinky fingertip. Mion's forehead was split open, with her face covered in blood. She smiled, and got right up in front of my nose. Nothing was over. Nothing was over. This incident was far from being over. It was still going on. It was still happening. Someone, please end this incident. This cruel, tragic, unfortunate, sad incident. Please end it. That is my only wish. I granted you one before, remember? You don't get any more. Meow firmly held the nail down on my fingertip, and with her other hand she slowly swung a mallet up in the air, and... Well, I have to say that ending was kind of... It was much better. Like, it was more done better. More well done? Well, okay, it was done much better in the anime and manga than in the visual novel, since it was kind of silly. The ending of the visual novel, that was kind of silly. Like, reading it, it's not that scary after you see it. Like, seeing it visually is what made it scary. Alright, let's do the after party. Forget all that. We're done with Higurashi. Let's have a fucking party. Thank you very much for enjoying Higurashi When They Cry, Watanagashi. How do you like the story this time? If you enjoyed it a little, I'm happy. A little nothing? Not again. It was a huge bad ending again, was it not? Is it enough to make me simply furious? I'm furious. I died. Well, good work, everyone. Well, that's how it ended. But don't you think the story was kind of like a Mion chapter? I'm extremely satisfied with how big of a role I played. You cannot call such a success. Rick and I got killed too, didn't we? None of this concerns Satoko at all, either. I didn't want to die like that. No, don't cry. There was a story centered around Mii-chan, so there probably one that centers around Satoko-chan too. Chapter 3. Look forward to it. Yeah, that's next chapter, the Satoko chapter. Satoko will definitely get attacked by a crowd of weirdo bullies and abused to death. I don't want that. Mii-chan, if you joke around too much, you will make me angry too. Me has a flat chest. Your mind wouldn't understand if even if it were to be padded. Oh, hey! They expanded! Your body is so unchaste. Tomatake coming in for the booby shot. Good job, my man. My man Tomatake. Man, I missed him. Look at that sexy bod. Like, man. Woo! Yeah! Hey, everyone. Great work. Sorry, we're late again. Tomatake-san. Mishi-san. Yes, you did a great job as well. Where are Takano-san and Shion-san-chan? They're coming, of course. Thank you for inviting us today. May I sit here? Yes, go right ahead. With all of us... Wait. What kind of voice did I give her again? Oh, wait, I know what to give her. With all of us here, this is sure to be the best part. Please go easy on me. Then should we get started? Is this everyone? Everyone in Micaityl. Which means my brother still doesn't have a portrait, so we're gonna read the scripts for this next story immediately? How unfortunate. It doesn't feel right to leave him out. Mio-san, you don't have to worry about that. Times like this, going all out is a way to show consideration. That's true, isn't it? We're all here for once. Holding a wake would be boring. Then, sorry, Kichikun, but we'll take things from here. It's decided! Okay, everyone, get the cups! Does everyone not like carbonated drinks? Does anyone not like carbonated drinks? There's alcohol for the adults, too. Higurashi, what will you have? Cola? Juice? Me. I want what Tomatake's having. Hey, Rika-chan, you're not allowed to drink. Has everyone got their cups? If we don't make it to us soon, my juice will get warm. Who will lead me on? Rena should do it. Okay, Rena, go ahead. Then, everyone, excellent work. The Watanagashi chapter is now over. Thank you. What? Okay, everyone's here. Shall we debate the story again? I think so. And let's get to some honest opinions. Does anyone here have something to say? An honest opinion? Was the story this time not an answer chapter? The criminal was Mion-san. The role of all the evil was the Sonozaki family. Was that not the conclusion? I see. I was so sure that Mi-chan wasn't the criminal. Too naive! This was entirely predictable from the previous Hokurakuchi chapter, was it not? In fact, it's almost shocking how predictable it was. You're right. It probably didn't align with most of the predictions made by the players in the previous scenario. It's like the story went exactly as everyone expected. Then, does that mean the main Higurashi when they cry scenario is pretty much over? So it's a sure thing that the root of everything was Mi-chan's family? I wonder. In fact, I think this all means the theory that Sonozaki being the guilty party has been disproven. Oh, you have the same opinion, Mio-san? I think the same way. No, I still don't believe in curses. At the very least, however, I think the chance of the Sonozaki being the true criminals has gone down. Huh? Why is that? Didn't Mi-chan confess she killed everyone? That's right! She killed Rika and me, so... do you mean that she isn't the criminal after that? I'm not trying to confuse you or anything. It's just, I think that there are a lot more things that didn't... oh. It's just I think there are a lot of things that don't go along with Mion being the one behind everything. If you think about it a little, you will get it. Huh? I believe the truth to be more or less in line with the Sonozaki family theory. but I'd love to hear your theory, Mion-chan. Then hear me out. Near the end, I confess that I participated in the past incidents, right? I thought something wasn't really right about that, so I guess that's my basis. I mean, think about it. If the incidents of the past were caused by the Sonozaki family, that would be crazy. I mean, wouldn't they be? Wouldn't they be all perfect crimes? They were all attributed to other criminals or similar accidents, after all. Well, that's right. Sonozaki family is very powerful, so they were acting behind the scenes. Wouldn't pulling off perfect crimes to be child's play for them? That's just it. That's the weird thing. The Sonozaki family has been killing and erasing people so well for the last 4 years, they didn't let out a hint they were behind it, right? But the incident in the 5th year, now that was really cheap. They were killing and erasing people at random. Any idiot could have seen the connection with the Sonozaki family. Now that I think about it, you're right. The incidents in the past were all mysterious. Nobody could tell they were because of the curse or just simple crimes. But then on the 5th year, they suddenly got really violent. I do not understand what you're trying to say. Rika, do you? She means that if the Sonozaki family were the real criminals, they would have done a much better job in the incident on the 5th year. So what does that mean? Mion-san wasn't the one who killed Rika and me, but it was the work of the demon who possessed Mion-san? Come now! Just as I thought it was last time, Mion-san wasn't a bad person after all, was she? That's right. Sadako-chan and I both thought that she was doing bad things because she was possessed by something. Then, does that mean our theory was right? I've been supporting the curse theory since the last... That's the exact opposite of your character in the rest of the game. And now you're supporting curses? I've been supporting the curse theory since the last party, after party. And the story this time just makes me all the more convinced it's true. That fact revealed at the very end. The information regarding how Mion-san and Takano-san died days before, despite being witnessed, seems to be indeed to support that theory. I'm sorry. Oh my. I see the curse believers who seemed unconfident last time have grown quite a bit more self-assured. Do any of us who think it was a human have any objections? Last time, Mi-chan and Rika-chan were the ones who thought it was a work of a person. Tomitaka-san did too, didn't he? Okay, let's hear what you got then. You got me there. I can't quite find the right words. One of the pieces of evidence for the curse theory is mismatching the times of deaths, right? So if I could disprove that theory, it would prove that a human did it, wouldn't it? Oh, Shion, do you have a good objection? Well, I suppose. I have the same opinion as you, Mion, that it was a human, but I don't think the Sonozaki family were the main culprits either. If it's okay with you, I'll offer my objections. Whoa! Show us what you got. If you say it wasn't the curse, let's hear your evidence. Okay, Shion-chan. The last trick we've been talking about. Despite Mion-chan having died in the incident from falling in the well, how did she appear days later to kill you and Keiichi-kun? Here it is! My Sonozaki sister's theory conspiracy theory. My reason is simple. If Mion was dead by that time, then the only one who could have stabbed Kei-chan was me! I disguised myself as Mion and stabbed him! Then I went back to my room, pretended to have a tussle with the ghost, and jumped right down and killed myself. So, when you get down to it, Mion-chan, in this case, will be the one to take a blame? She would take care of the mayor in person, and Shion-chan would be made merely into a victim. If she hid herself in the well, the disguised Shion-chan would show up in... If she hid herself in the well, the disguised Shion-chan could show up where she pleased and murder whoever she wanted, all planned from the start. I get it. Then Mion-san made two mistakes. First was that her corpse was found. The second was dying when she only planned when she was. Wow. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I get it. Then Mion-san made two mistakes. First was that her corpse was found, and second was dying when she only planned to hide. That's what it would mean. Oh, well now, you're right. There's something logical about that. However, I'm still not convinced. It was too different from the magnificent and perfect crimes in the past. Even if the plan went well, Mion would end up the bad guy, wouldn't she? She would either have to hide the rest of her life, or live pretending to be Shion, wouldn't she? That would be too constrained. You can't call that a perfect crime. In other words, whether by dying or disappearing, you would have to go away. Rika-chan, that's a good thought. That means we would consider Mion Sonozaki leaving the stage was part of their plan. That's why, at the end, Mion took the blame for all the incidents of the past. She took responsibility for all of them herself, then left. By doing that, she could cover up the true culprit behind the past incidents. Which means that this incident wasn't shabby. Its purpose was to submit all the past incidents as perfect crimes. I suppose that's what it comes down to, too. The young leader of the Sonozaki family, whose biggest suspect, confessed to everything and disappeared. For her, perhaps the non-Sonozaki's true culprit, there was likely no more favorable outcome. I don't understand an inch of your conversation. What do you mean by Mion-san taking the blame? Is she not the culprit? Let me put it in this way. The true culprit behind the serial freak death incidents was somebody else. Rika-chan gave a fake confession that she caused all the previous incidents to protect that person, or so everyone's saying. I said during the story, but it seems like we have an incredible detective in our hands. Yes, it does seem a bit persuasive. An incident started to throw the sin off the true criminal. That's my reasoning. Now if I go further, I think the true culprit isn't part of the Sonozaki family. So why is Mion-chan disrupting the incident to further protect the mystery person who pulled off the perfect crimes 4 years running then? That's right. The side foreman only appeared in the name in the last story. Pretty suspicious if you ask me. Amazing. It really does all add up. I still think the Sonozaki family and the sisters are the culprits, though. And this is caused by the sisters to have their old fetters of the three families to clear away the past. That's my theory. Clearing away the past? You mean that they place the blame for the three families' crimes on their final leader, Mion, to put an end to a dark history, and then the two of them left? That's right! It will make a sad story where Reed's sisters finally choose to end after a lot of worry. We went a little too far. Amazing. It really does all add up. Stop changing ideas! Wait, what? It looks like Rika-chan has an opinion too. Go ahead, Rika-chan. I have a question for you all. Why did Keiichi need to be stabbed? We already know why that is, Rika. It's obviously because he went into the forbidden storehouse without asking. Think back on it. Tomoaki-kun and Takeru-san probably died in the previous story because they snuck into that warehouse. Eh? That was rather strange indeed. Huh? What is it that's strange? What is it that's strange? Ah! Rita-san, that's right! Won't you think back, please? That's right. In the previous scenario, they were after Keiichi's life, even though he didn't sneak into the virtual storehouse. Well, that's because... yeah, Higusawa hates outsiders, right? That's why they tried to kill Keiichi-kun. That would be too strange, though. They would have attacked Kei-chan's parents, too, in that case. No matter how you look at it, though, his parents never seem to be in much danger. Either this time or the last. Hear that, everyone who thinks that a human's doing? Unless you could probably explain the reason Keiichi-chan's life was threatened, you can't definitely prove the criminal was human, can you? Even with the curse theory, however, we don't know why Barbaros-san has been attacked this time or last time. With a little more, we would have had it. There are still a lot of mysteries remaining. We can find some kind of reason for everyone but Keiichi-kun to die, but for some reason, Keiichi-kun's always vague. Both this time and last time. He was being targeted regardless of whether he went to the virtual storehouse. Then does that mean he was doing something that got him killed both last time and this time? I see. If we can find something in common about my Barukun's actions between last time and this time, it seems like it would be a key to unraveling all the incidents. I skimmed through the stories again, but I think he's going about his life in his own way. Though aside from the part of this with the storehouse, I didn't spot anything suspicious about his daily lifestyle. Keiichiku, what did you do both last time and this time? Something bad that would cause you to be killed. Not show up to the after party? It's best to ask the person himself when you're unsure. Oh ho! So while I was reading the script for the next game all by myself, you're all talking about me behind my back, huh? I see. Well, that's that. Anyway, Keiichi-kun, you should try asking your own heart. Keiichi, so what kind of bad thing did you do that would get you killed? Must surely be all the violent things he done towards me. Squeezing my chest so tightly was surely a crime. Yeah. Being happy all day surrounded by girls around his age is kind of the crime in the first place. A grave crime indeed. My Barakun is truly an envious main character, isn't he? Switch out with me once in a while, would you? Well, with all those perks, getting stabbed at the end really is much of a price to pay. Well, there you go, Keiichi-san. Have you remembered the crimes you committed? Both this time and last time. I live a probable and just life. I always meet a terrible fate in the end. What about Ask My Own Heart? And what was that about Ask My Own Heart? I'm the one who wants to know. This is bullying. How sad, how sad. I'll put your head next time for you. I wonder if we should go back and read Okadakushi again after reading this one. I'm going to put myself in Mion's shoes and read back over Watanagashi. Maybe I'll find something different compared to when I read it from Kei-chan's point of view. I always think it was the doing of a demon. All the events and tricks can be explained with a demon. It's kind of like plasma. What do you, the readers, think about it? We certainly like to hear of your thoughts and opinions. Through the mail? Is there an address? Yeah! Well, that's the end of Higurashi When They Cry Watanagashi after almost a year of reading this and 2 more additional years where I tried reading it twice but failed both times. I finally got it done after about 30 hours. Oh my god. Whew! It was not the best read through. Definitely was not a good read through. But I did it. I got better throughout the series and I finished. I finished Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 2 Watanagashi. And that's all I have for this time. So, I'll be getting to Chapter 3 very soon, guys. So, leave a like, leave a comment. Goodbye, good riddance. Okay.